It's a picture of my parents before a couple years before they were married. This, the why of Service West. The history of Service West goes back a long, long way. It goes back to my father growing up in Ireland. One of his earliest waking thoughts, it's a story I grew up with, I heard it almost every day it seems like, was that he knew he was coming to America. He was getting the hell out of Ireland. He knew he was coming to America, he was going to be a salesman, and he was going to be a big success. So, he grows up, he's 18, he graduates high school on his second chance, given a couple of little extra time in high school. He and his father get in the last fight. His father throws him out of the house, and so he's got no place to live in Ireland. He ends up moving to England. His brother is living in London. My father goes to a party in London and meets the lady who becomes my mother. His wife, my mother. And this was all part of his plan. He told her the same story I'm telling you now. Love, going to America, we're going to America, I'm going to be a salesman, and I'm going to be a very big success. So, 1957, they get married, they have me, we moved to the States right away. So, August of 57, right off the boat, my father got a job selling office furniture. And wouldn't you know it, he was very successful, he was very good at it. So, fast forward to May 1981. Stick with me, it's the history of Service West here. So, it's May 81. I graduated college in 79, and I got married right away, and I was working for Hogan & Son. Hogue. I was a serviceman, fixing office furniture, unjamming jam file drawers, changing casters on chairs, stuff like that. And my father, he and I talked regularly, and you know, all of a sudden he's got this wild hair that, you know, son, we need to go to dinner, son, we need to go to dinner, okay. You know, here I am, newlywed, it's tough to get a pass for the night to go out. And so I finally got a pass from my wife. I go out to dinner with my father, some old-time place in San Francisco where they knew to keep the drinks coming from my father. So he's sitting there, you can sit down with him, and he's really preoccupied. You know, he's drumming his fingers and knocking back vodkas. So he gets 3 down, and then bang, he's ready to talk. You know, clearly he's got something on his mind. And he says, son, I didn't come to this country so you could work for somebody else. Came out of nowhere. So I said, sure, Dad. You know, because my dad, he was, he didn't press it. He was always sure. He was always sure. My dad always knew. So his unshakable knowledge was infectious. And so, no questions asked. Okay, I'll start my own business, Dad. What do you want me to do? You know, I have a history degree and no business background. It says, service. Service is where you can succeed. So, you know, no other thought, not part of my master plan, but certainly part of my father's plan, was that I went in the next day and gave my notice. And 2 weeks later, I started Service West. Turns out that, and when I searched my memory banks, my father had started Service West. He was a commission salesman back in the 60s, 70s. There were no installation companies. So if you sold 100 stations of Herman Miller, you had to round up your own guys. And my dad had a handful of his own guys that did his installations. And I'll bet there's one guy in the room, other than me, that remembers his first guy. Tony, you worked with Ron Spade, didn't you? Or is that even before your time? Okay. It's going back a long way. So my father had his own installation company on the side. He thought service was just Again, this is what I grew up. This is a narrative I grew up with in my house from my father, because I was the oldest child, and so I got to hear it all the time, was that America's a land of opportunity. Sales is where you make your opportunities. So let's talk about sales. Okay. Okay. That's the old model. Okay, when I talk about sales, we are all in sales. Every one of us in this room, everybody at Service West, we are all in sales. Sales isn't getting somebody to spend $2,000 on a $1,000 car. That may have been the way it used to be, but sales is about understanding the customer and giving them what they want. I'll say that again. It's understanding the customer and giving them what they want. Sales gives us that opportunity. And it's giving them what they want is leaving it a little short. It's giving them what they want plus a little more. You gotta give them, the customer has to have a great experience. A great experience. So it's not a matter of just hooking panels together. It's a matter of giving the customer great experience. So why are we here? It's because Service West gives us the opportunity to succeed. It gives each of us individually the chance to succeed, and it gives us, working as a team, the chance to succeed. And I'm really excited. We haven't had a general meeting in a long time, and part of the reason we're having this general meeting is I'm so excited about 2014. 2014 is going to be the best year in Service West history. Thanks.